Day number 94 in Yosemite in the valley. I'm here in a recreated Miwok Indian village. There actually was a village here at one point, and this is the sweat house. This was apparently used for ceremonial purposes, religious purposes. It did have some practical use also. Guys would sit in here and sweat for 3 hours, come out, bathe themselves, and rub themselves with some sort of wood, they call it wormwood, to remove scent before going hunting, so they wouldn't smell, which would make them more effective hunters. This is not a teepee, it is a bark house, and they were meant to be temporary shelters. Much of the Miwok people used brush shelters, but these were a little bit more durable and long-lasting. They last a few years. You can see they're made with bark. It takes 2 years for bark to shed off of a tree. And then there's some poles. And then lashing it all together, it says that those are grapevines. Who knew that there were grapes out here? And then this thing I think is the most interesting in the center of the village. There's nothing describing what it is, but I think it's pretty obvious when you start looking at this piece of rock. You can see that there's several cup-like indentations, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 of them. And I think that that's a mortar and pestle, but without the pestle. I think that's for grinding up grains and herbs and spices, and you know, it's kind of situated in the center of the village, or what would have been the center of the village. And come to think of it, oh, here's some more over here on this little rock. I saw some of these up by the Mirror Lake Trail. So there was no sign or anything, but now I know what I'm looking at when I see something like that in this valley. It's something from a Native American village. Anyway, kind of interesting stuff here at day number 94 in Yosemite Valley.